So we're going to tell the GOUKI story. Because GOUKI is 8 years old. Okay? Since I've stream marked it, and this might end up as a video, this is GOUKI the cat. His eye ducts are kind of fucked up. He's a purebred Burmese cat. A lot of purebred dogs and cats, the mini ones, the way that they're bred, they're bred to make their eyes bigger and cuter, and their eye ducts get kind of fucked up. And so he's constantly got stuff coming out of his eyes. It doesn't bother him, but that's just the way it is. And sometimes I clean his eyes. That actually bothers him more when I clean his eyes. He gets annoyed. So GOUKI is a blue Burmese. He's purebred, and he's 8 years old. He is from San Francisco. Now, at the time, I was dating a client, which you're not supposed to do. That was a secret relationship. I was dating a client. She was a lovely girl. She lived... well, I'm not going to tell you where she lived either, because that will give away too much. Anyway, she had a cat. And her cat was like a dog. And I was like... I wasn't really into cats. But her cat was amazing. So I was like, I want a cat like that. So I started doing my research on the internet about cats and like various different types of cats and their personalities and stuff. And I ended up like doing research on like purebred cats because, you know, you can't really do research on just random cats, right? Sorry, I've forgotten the word for like a mix, you know, like a moggy or whatever you call them. So I was doing my research and it said the Burmese cats were like super friendly, super chatty, meaning like they meow a lot. They fetch. This cat fetches. This little motherfucker, he's getting annoyed because I'm picking him up a lot. This motherfucker here, this grumpy motherfucker, he's docile as shit. He's so docile. Look at him. He's so docile. I'll try and get him up on camera. Anyway, so GOUKI fetches. So you can play fetch with him. I do it with a little, you know, there's little tiny mouse. Now, I got GOUKI in San Francisco the first year I went to Evo. So I went to Evo in 2011. One of the first people I met at Evo was Gutex. He was the first person in the scene that I met. We exchanged information because I was in advertising and he was, you know, an entrepreneur. He was really interested in my advertising, and I was really interested in talking to Gutex about the FGZ. We sat next to each other during the finals. This is way before there was an arena. I will tell the story on stream one day about my first trip to Evo. Anyway, after Evo finished, after San Diego Comic-Con finished, I did both. They used to be a week apart, not anymore. They used to be a week apart. Always were 1 week apart. So I would use the money that I made from advertising to have my once a year trip to Evo and San Diego Comic Con, and I'd buy a shitload of stuff and just, you know, live the life of a guy who's a fucking nerd and has money. And I bought this cat, and this cat was $400, I think. And I'd pre-arranged with the breeder, and I remember talking to the breeder. This was the only blue Burmese I could find in the whole of America, right? And I said to the breeder, like, how old is he? And he was 4 months when I first saw him, but Evo was like 2 months away. So he was going to be 6 months when I got him. So I kind of missed like the kitten phase, which kind of sucks, but whatever. And I said to the breeder, is he chatty? Is he like a chatty cat? Because I really want one that's quite talkative. And the breeder was like, nah. And I was like, well, what do you call him? She was like, I call him Little Blue. You know, Little Blue Burmese, right? Okay. So I was like, well, if the cat's not chatty, that's not the type of cat I want. I want a chatty cat. Not anymore. Fucking hell, he's so annoying. But back then I wanted a chatty cat, right? And I wanted like a friendly cat. Burmese cats are super friendly. And I wanted a cat that's basically like a dog, that I didn't have to take for a walk. So he's a house cat. He cannot stand being alone. He needs to be with you all the time. He needs to be in the same room as you all the time. If you try to shut him out of a room, he will whinge and scratch and shout and jump up and down at the door for 8 hours straight. Like, he's fucking mental. So anyway, super friendly, super chatty, will not scratch, will not bite, has never drawn blood in the 8 years that I've had him. If I hold him, if I do anything nasty to him, like where he wants to get away, or, you know, that a normal cat would like scratch your fucking eyeballs out, he will just sit there and he will go, meow, meow, but just make noises. He's very vocal, so he'll just make a bunch of noises, right? And then you let him go, and he trusts me so much, even when I'm annoying him, that he doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't run off. He just shakes it off, and he just looks at me, and he looks me in the eye. That's the other thing he does. He looks you in the eye. So I have a whole list of people who actually want him. They want him. They want to buy him. Because he's like so friendly to them when they can't, you know, people come around, and this cat is like super friendly and like looks them in the eye and sits on their lap and purrs and wants to be their friend and will play with them. And he's just a dog. He's just a fucking dog. He's like a dog. So he's 8 years old. Anyway, when I first got him, I knew he was going to be called GOUKI before I even got him. But I was looking at the photo. I was at work, and every now and then I would look at this one photo of this dumbass cat, looking up at the camera. But every now and then I would look at the photo, and I thought, well, he's getting on a bit now. Like he's not like a total kitten, and this woman had cancer, so she wasn't like advertising or anything. So I just found out through someone else about her, and I managed to get into contact with her. And she's a really lovely lady. And I thought, well, what's going to happen to this cat? So I kept asking her, has he said anything yet? She was like, no. I care about GOUKI. So I said, I'm in a real tired, crying kind of mode right now. So I said, it doesn't matter. I'll take him. And she said, he spoke for the first time this morning. Like, totally freaked me out. She was like, yeah. He started talking today. He's like super chatty. So I was like, oh, fuck, guys. I'm so emotional at the moment. I thought I was going to make this into a video. I'm definitely cutting this bit. So she was like, yeah, he started, like, he's super chatty, and he's a smooth little cat. Like he likes to talk to all the female cats in the morning, and she had a whole house full of animals, right? And he gets past all the Doberman and all this shit, and he likes to visit all the female cats. He's super smooth. I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Well, I said, I'll pick him up like in 2 months if that's cool. And she was like, yeah. So I finished San Diego Comic Con. Anyway, I picked him up. Later on, I should tell the story now before I forget. Later on, she was texting me, and she said, no, maybe it was before. Yeah, it was before. She was emailing me or texting me, and she said, oh, this one's definitely a lover. And I was like, that's a bit of a weird way to describe a cat. It's a bit weird. She was like, oh no, he's definitely a lover. I was like, why is he a lover? She just means like he likes cuddles or whatever. And I later found when she gave me his information, like I can't remember what, like some fucking, do cats have birth certificates? I can't. She gave me something. I have a piece of paper somewhere. His birthday is February 14th. So he was born on Valentine's Day. So that's what she was talking about. She just never explained it. I just thought she was weird. But yeah, so basically every Valentine's Day is GOUKI's birthday. It's not, to me, it's not, even when I'm dating somebody, like, it's GOUKI's birthday. Like, not just to me, like to the girl that I'm dating. Like, usually the girl that I'm dating is more excited about GOUKI's birthday than I am. You know, like February 14th. It's kind of cool. It's like, you know, there's Valentine's Day as well. Whatever. Valentine's Day is a big fucking marketing scam anyway. Yeah, it's GOUKI's birthday, so that's really cool. So anyway, to finish this story off, because it is kind of a fun little story, I had to fly him back to New York, so I put him in a little fucking this fucking bag, right? And he doesn't like being trapped, right? So he fucking went mental, and the whole trip was like me driving to the airport, me being at the airport, me being on an airplane, and the trip back from the airport, right? So the whole trip was, I don't know, 10 hours or something, right, for this cat, you know, in this fucking bag. He doesn't know me. And when you get to, some of you who've travelled with pets before, but when you actually get to the airport, you have to go through the fucking bag bit or customs or whatever the fuck it is, right? Forgotten what it's called. But you have to go through the metal detector with the cat, right? Or whatever that fucking machine is these days, right? But you have to take the cat out the bag and walk through with the cat. So I was like, this fucking cat is going to rip me to shreds. Because when he was in the bag, he was ripping the bag, like he was fucking the bag up, right? From the inside. So I was really scared. I was like, but I'll grab him, and like, even if he rips me to shreds, somehow we'll make it through. So I got him out of the bag, and he fucking was so chill. He's the cutest, most chill cat ever. He just gave me a hug, and we just walked through the metal detector. I put him back in the bag. Didn't like being put back in the bag, right? Starts losing his shit again, won't shut up, blah blah blah. Get on the plane, put him in under the seat, right? Fucking losing his shit. But the sound of the plane was too loud. People couldn't hear him. So no one knew. Only I knew. So I took a bathroom break with him. I took him to the bathroom. This is kind of... And this might sound a bit weird, actually. But the bathroom was kind of clean. And it's tiny. But I got him out the bag. I just wanted to let him out a little bit. So I know it's a shitty little bathroom, right? But like, I got him out the bag, and he sort of walked on the... You know, he just walked around a little bit, I suppose. Not very far he could go, but he was chill. But, you know, we had a little moment. And then I put him back in the bag. We landed in New York, right? And he's still fucking losing his shit, meowing. The engines on the airplane turn off. And people can hear him. And this woman behind me goes, "Is that a cat?" And I went, "Yeah, he's down here." And she went, "Ugh." So I knew I was back in New York. She went, "Ugh." I went, "Well, it's my cat." And she went, "Oh, that's so cute." Oh god, I was like, oh my god, New York. That fucking made me laugh so much. Anyway, got him home, and I lived in a really nice apartment back then because advertising dollars. So I had like a really nice apartment in a doorman building, huge apartment actually, and he checked out the whole apartment, meowed, walked around, and then eventually the two of us just collapsed and fell asleep, and somehow I've managed to keep him alive since then. I look at him every day and I go, why the fuck do I have a cat? I talk to him all the time. And I talk to him and I say, why do I have a cat? Why? It's now like, you know, 7.5 years later, and I'm always like, why? Why do I have a fucking cat? I still don't know. But he just lives there. You know, he's just like, that's how pets are. They just live here. It's weird. Like, I was never a big pet person. I don't even remember why I got one. I think at the time it was because I was making money and I just sort of wanted stuff. And, but I knew he was going to be called GOUKI. And I remember telling the woman, So she asked me, said, what did you name him? Like after I got him, she asked him, what did you name him? I said, GOUKI. And she goes, what does that mean? I was like, well, GOUKI means like demon. That didn't go down very well. That did not go down very well at all. She didn't like... She's a really nice woman. She didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. She did not like that. She's so sweet. She used to... she loves all her animals and stuff. And she's so sweet. And she just thought it was a very inappropriate name for... she just thought it was a very inappropriate name for him. And, It was kind of heartwarming, really, to be honest. She really cared, and she was never happy with that name. She was never happy with that name. But yeah, it's always been GOUKI the cat. He actually has a I don't look at it anymore, and I don't use it anymore. But I think it's still live. But there's a Twitter account called GOUKI the CAT. And I don't know why, but 7.5 years ago, I thought maybe I could make GOUKI a fucking internet star. Because you remember there was a period where people were like making accounts and like making like proper... He just ran... The reason it shook is because he ran across the desk. This desk is like an IKEA desk, which isn't supported by 4 legs. It's supported by 2. So it shakes sometimes. And when he runs across the back, he fucks it up. He actually fucked up my internet as well. That's why I had to change the router, because he was sleeping on the... I changed the router and this other thing called ONT. And he was sleeping on the ONT all the time because it was warm. And he fucked it up. I'm blaming him. It was fucked up. That's why my internet was down. But yeah, GOUKI the cat. At one stage I made cat videos. This is a very short period of my YouTube career, but I did it because I thought it would be easy. I thought, I'll just make a bunch of cat videos because this cat is fucking amazing. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Can you hear him? Come on. Do you want to come up or no? Come on. Good boy. What did you want to say? Did you want to say something? Say it into the microphone. Say it into the microphone. Say it. Oh, I thought you wanted to say something. You want to say nothing? Anyway, I think that answers your question. I should... Sorry I gave you such a long answer. I just thought I would always tell that story at some point on stream, so now I've done that. Oh, the second part of the question was, did you get him from a shelter or from a store? No, neither, just a breeder. I'm sorry, everybody who... a lot of people, some of my girlfriends used to give me shit for not getting him from a shelter. I got him from a breeder. But I knew exactly what characteristics I wanted from my cat. And I just otherwise I just wasn't gonna get a cat full stop. So it was either no cat or this cat. That was the choice. Like I was looking for a dog, basically. He's basically a dog.